Greetings Earth, back with another video. I'm gonna make another video. Probably I'm not gonna be making videos. One, because there's no authorities in Brazil. There's no cops, real cops in Brazil. There's no real police in Brazil. Only Brazilian project of men, which they are trying to be connect with family and stuff, and monitoring my life as I go, as I speak, trying to they're trying to talk about my every step as I speak. They're trying to put that in music. This low life scumbag cunt project of men of Brazil, they are using, now I know what they're doing, they're using my childhood to try to customize the world. They will, as I think that they will try to use me to try to enslave me in a modern slavery way, as they already do, by keeping me from school, keeping me from achieving any career. And they are probably studying my vocabulary so that Brazilian São Paulo gay men from radio might try to fool people either from Craigslist or from any other social media. Brazilians, they are just one right now. They are all the faction of I don't know how you say in English, but they have one command of criminals. They are just one. All of them are joining this criminal chain thing, and they harass people in the street with cars, with motorcycle, with bus. They are kind of like in the end of their story, and so they look for news, for like for things that are new, people's privacy, people's soap opera history, people dramas, life, and all kind of things. They dig on people's family, relationship, and then they spread that throughout Brazilian bars, which they are project of bars. They are like a scumbag bars, which they only gather like a gay man, which there's nothing to do with homosexuals, but gay, kind of like a old men. They're like they like to harass single men. Older men, they're losing the way of men, and the way they are trying to walk in earth, it's by harassing me and harassing other men, harassing women, and they are trying to become this gothic type of way. They leave their beard, grow up, and they are in like computer electronics. They study my past life, women, my past life, drama life, the life that I lived in the United States when I was still trying to figure out life, how things worked and everything else. I was young. I was like, I was amazed by life and everything else. So this satanic people and this joint of criminals, that they're together. They sometimes fuck each other. They fuck each other in the ass because they have contract. My research is, I understand now that men are not really men. They fuck each other in the ass to prove each other's loyalty, and they organize personal credit by destroying other people's life. They're trying to exercise their curiosity of homosexuality. Brazilian police are trying to hack my experience in the United States so that they can decide which laws that they're gonna apply in Brazil. They use some of my supposed friends that I had for 10 years in the United States. Everything was a setup. I don't want to talk about, because I feel so embarrassed to bring that up to the table, because that's not what Americans expect me to become or to say or to do. So I'm gonna skip the pathetic parts of it. I'm just talking about this because sometimes I feel for my life. I think that Brazilians, they set up life by ghettos, and eventually in the future they might turn the ghettos into like penthouses and little supposed like expensive areas. they invaded things, and then they wasted my youth, and then I will not be able to get any part of earth, because whenever I try to get a land or a job or a career, I get blocked by satanic and demons and people that are demonized, people that are in drugs, people that are a gathering of gangs and tribes from Brazil. They're trying to understand which style they're supposed to follow, which way they're supposed to go, how to be, I know that they've been cloning me for so many years now. The talents that I have, which is just few, I only can dance and speak English and Spanish a little bit, and then I don't know much. I'm not that special, but I think that I could give the world much more than this project of Brazilian authorities do, and they just are there to get me and to waste my time. They use all the lines of my wife and I when we used to arguing about things, when I was still mumbling about English, when I was still trying to figure out English, when I was trying to make a living. All the things that I live, Brazilian parasites. They are like a brain parasites. They're not really humans. They are now spending time going to the school at their 30s and their 40s, monitoring my life, trying to boycott the rest of it. They are separating mankind. Sometimes they combine Bible version things, Bible stuff into my actions, into my databases. They try to make my life is this soap opera where strangers can talk about and enjoy and make fun of me and laugh about me, because Brazilians, they have no cops that can charge these people. They are chaos. They only give tickets, traffic tickets to me. They're separating me from the rest of the world, because there's no one in the world, no leader that sees what they do to me and then protect me. Brazilians, they keep trying to create situations with me in public wise that I have to scream at them to show them that, to tell them to back off, because they are trying to get me to freak out publicly so that they can catch me on camera. And then whenever authorities or leaders try to protect me or take my side, they go and they use that. That's one of the reasons why I think they chose the woman that they chose to get married with me. That's why she pushed us to get married so fast. That's why she pushed us to get divorced so fast, because she got married. Then Brazilians got the FedEx bullshit thing. Then they got the Corporate Express, then Office Depot. So it's a money washing thing. They put me into it. Sometimes it's a car wash, sometimes it's a money wash, sometimes it's just bank corruption, sometimes it's just government corruption, sometimes it's just like how they get money from government. Now it's like this. How I see is that lesbians, LGBT, and then feminists, and then with part of the fake politics, they are positioned themselves in the highest areas in the world. Whatever I study, whatever I try to, whatever position, higher position that I try to achieve, or even just dream about, lesbians, the TV show up the very next day that they are already there. And if I think of buying a car, the TV and everybody else just show the very next day that they already got the car. If I dream of like a position, they do this on TV. They piss me off through TV. They piss me off through radio. They use old men that are kind of like unpopular now to try to scare me around. So unless I start beating men around in the street and get in trouble, go to their filthy jails, they don't stop. The police and all the project of men in Brazil, they have one of their bullshit guys in each corner to start shit with anyone else. They don't develop any money flow or anything that it's positive. They only develop bullshit things where guys will stay on the bar talking shit about any guy that show up, and they have this bullshit of charging people refer to even talk about homosexuality, LGBT. Homosexuals, they don't talk about anything else. They're nice. They don't bother anybody. When I talk about gay guys, I'm talking about the guy that is straight, but he's kind of like, he's curious to get fucked in the ass, and then he bug guys like me. Those are the type of gays I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the guy that is assumed he walk as a gay, as a homosexual guy. He have a partner. That's not the guy that I'm talking. I'm talking about the guy in the crime that the police pay him to stay around pissing people off, starting shit with everyone else. The piece of shit that makes men mentality the way it is. They search our butts history, they search our sexual history, they search our women, they search our family. So whenever we go in the bars and public place, they talk about our family's name, they talk about situations that happen to us, sometimes inside doors. I don't know how they see it. Sometimes they do thought suggestions. That's how they do. They know how we do things. Sometimes they do thought provoking. Sometimes they look at us from like a red lights that they get. Many of those guys, they are involved with gay project of armies, which there is like an army base in some places, head in some places, watching guys that are married, or guys that were married, guys that are in porn, guys that are not in porn, guys that are low lives, guys that are executives. They study our binary, our financial binary. They study our life carbon. They study everything else. Now they're separating short guys with short guys, tall guys with tall guys. They're separate. They're doing the Bible thing of separating the joy on the I don't know how I say it in Portuguese or in English. I forgot. I don't have my dictionary with me, and I don't practice English because not many people in Brazil speak English. So, and also I don't care. If you excuse me, I really don't feel bad about it. But I don't know how you say that in English, and I don't care. And that's what they're doing. They're separating. There's a part in the Bible that talks about that. Sometimes criminals go in the Bible, like many pastors say that the devil use it to use against. So it makes sense because we human, we follow Jesus, that we are trying to get to God, and then criminals which work for the devil, he wants to trick us so that we get out of the way. So as we try to become perfect as God is, the criminal goes and look in the Bible, and so he tricks us with the things that the Bible tells us to do. At least I grew up when I was little. I used to go in a Catholic church. I read the Bible, so I know the things what God wants us to do or not. And so criminals, they trick us by knowing more than us, or by knowing and trying to change what God said, or what the Bible said, or what the scripture said. If you prefer, if I say scripture, then God. When we say God said, I mean in that the word is from God. For example, do I speak properly, correctly, exactly, perfect? No, I do not. If I did, you would think that the words doesn't come from me. It comes from the dictionary or from some guy really well prepared from TV. Right? So whenever I speak about the Bible, I'm talking about who? The guy on TV, the dictionary, or God? So we're talking about God then. So then you know now what I'm talking about. So criminals, they do this. That's what they are doing in Brazil, and that's why I'm reporting to the internet. I'm alone in Brazil. They're repeating what they did to me in a journey that we have from San Francisco all the way to Boston, Nevada, Wyoming, Nevada, New York, Lake Tahoe, New Jersey, New York, Miami, and all that. They're trying to repeat that to me again. Now I'm thinking on my own. Now I'm fully awake. I don't understand what these retarded Brazilians are trying to do, but that's what. And also, let me stop it right there. I'm not talking about the special people. I'm talking about retarded people that know that I know, but they still doing it. So satanic Brazilian and worldwide demon retarded people, some people that are trying to get to my ex-wife because they are trying to get a green card for free. That's not why I married a woman. And many of Brazilians that they're just fishing for for easy life or easy green card or anything like. Maybe that's what they are trying to fish. Maybe they're trying to fish for a free route from FedEx. Maybe they're trying to restart the bullshit, all the crimes that Brazilians do in other countries in here by using me. They done so much. So now I'm just letting you know so that you don't say that I'm a hypocrite. That they are trying to repeat everything that they did to me. When I was in the United States, I hope you're watching this. If you're from FBI, you know the drill. You know where the phone call came from. You know who did. You know why they do and how much they charge, how much they smuggle immigrants not to call the immigration towards them. You know what Brazilians did. You know which one it is. You know where they are. You know. If I know, come on. If you from FBI, tell me that you don't know. You know. You know what they are. You know how many they are. You know what they're up to. You know, when I was there, I got letters from court. So now I'm part of a United States court. I'm not a volunteer anymore. I don't have the letter with me anymore, but I'm part of it. And he's been teaching me through my spirit, through my mind, because you people broke that. Now I don't only receive information from God, but also from some judge. You know, I cannot prove that to you in paper, but I can prove it to you that by explaining to you the things that you people do not know. How do I know that you don't know? You do not know because you're still in the same mistake over and over and over and over again. You're trying to make a stereotype of me to my wife. You're trying to steal my life. Whoever you are out there, you venom. You venom that you are parasite of my thoughts. You parasite of my life, my privacy, my personal life, my past life. You're a parasite. I have no idea where you get this power. I have no idea who gave you this power or made you the judge of us. But you're very powerful. You make children to yap and stalk us. You make older women to stalk people. You all stalkers now. You have no life of your own. You walk in other people's shoes. You assume people's thoughts. People are now, they look at other people. They do not want to know the person that they are looking at. They ask questions to venom. So whatever venom tell them that person that you're looking at is, you're going to believe that person is what venom is telling you. Because you people are now assuming other people's thoughts. You do not respect people's free will. You're not respecting people's human rights. You're not respecting people's man's basic needs. I've been in Chicago. I saw what you do. I've been in Brooklyn. I saw what you do, what you did, what you do. I've been in New York. I've been in the shelters and in the albergues of New York. I saw everything. A city that is supposed to be 24 hours open. You waste our life. You waste our youth for that. I've been in Miami. I've been in the hostels of Miami, which was pretty nice, very nice. I loved when I arrived there, when I saw those coconuts, I was like, oh my God, this is heaven. But then you start trying to push me to become a homeless. I didn't understand what the hell was that. What are you trying? Most of it, you're old women. Like, what's up with you? I always loved you. Well, why are you trying to make me a homeless? You know I'm not gonna be a homeless. You know a guy like me become a homeless and stay homeless? That's impossible. I head to the mountain if someday I become homeless. I go to the jungle. I will die somewhere far away from you people. Now I'm here because I still have my families. Like, my family's still alive, thank God. And I want to be around them to do the quality time that United States and Brazilians do not want other people to enjoy with their families. But now I have to just figure out how I'm going to fight you demons. Because every time I try to become independent, financially independent, you fuckers, you try to boycott me. You brought all this bullshit of transportation application. You know this is illegal. You know this is not right. You know you're stealing. You know you're not paying any taxation. You know Uber is not helping anyone. Me, myself alone, I could surpass Uber today if I had $3,000 to pay for my own apps. I don't mind I don't care if I don't have 0% following me or acknowledging my videos or acknowledging my social media and internet. It doesn't matter. I can make a app today and surpass Uber. It's just because society and the world is not allowing me to hold any cash. Every time I get any money in my savings, I save 1,000. The cops go over there and they're like, "Oh, you use like the bus line, and they give me $1,000 ticket." So we all know now that women are trying to make the whole world their private church. They're not following any rules. You know that there is rules. It's not everyone part of the same church. We are in the same space on earth, but she cannot do what she's doing. What she's doing is it's illegal. She's trying to make mass work for her. Everyone is working for her. When I talk about her, I'm talking about like the opportunist woman, the demanding one. She can be short, tall, fat, skinny, whatever. She's making the world work for her. Whatever business we start, she goes there and she fuck with the owner, and then she takes the management ship. She's always positioned in a position in any company or any business that where she will be able to fire or hire anyone. That's what she's trying to position herself to. All right, I'm kind of like my throat's kind of like, you see, I stay so long without English. Whenever I speak, my throat started going bad. I have no idea why, because I don't practice. I don't have the person that always complain about marriage vows. We don't speak. So I've been sleeping by myself for 20 years. So I have no idea why people use her with me in a sense. I don't understand. But let's see how life will unfold. Excuse me, folks. Let's see how life will unfold if I don't get killed in Brazil in the hills of South America. Maybe I get back someday and serve you better. All right? So take care. I heard your visions. I doubted that the visions that I saw in the time frame when I was fleeing United States. I wasn't fleeing, but I kind of used a little bit of a theater. I thought if people are trying to take over my body, if United States God or whatever truth you want to talk about is communicating with me, let's make it Hollywood. So I tried it. I ran 10 miles. I've been in many places. I learned about the kind of whoop-ass stuff. It's difficult to explain everything else, you know. At least let's make graphic about it and give some materials to the kids so that they don't get bored so much. Take care, and I love you, American, forever and ever and ever and ever. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I could go there and live there right now. I hope you don't allow Brazilians to poison what we start, if we start anything. That's it. Take care. Goodbye. So long.